So good morning everybody and welcome back to another trail. Today we are walking the Delamere Way from Frodsham to Stockton Heath in Warrington. About 20 miles today. Should be going through the likes of Delamere Forest, Acton Bridge, Dutton Viaduct, and then obviously finishing then in Stockton Heath, just on the outskirts of Warrington. Good 20 miles. It's now 7 o'clock in the morning, very, very cold. We've had a massive temperature drop in the last couple of days. We've had snow yesterday, so we're feeling a bit stiff, but once we get moving, we'll start warming up. A last minute trail planned in for this year. It will be my final one of the year. Today marks a special day, as previously done in videos. My mum passed away 3 years ago today, so I'll walk again today to obviously remember her. So a long day ahead. The sun's starting to come up, as you can just make out, but it's time for us to get moving and keeping warm, and let's see what the day brings. So we've made it onto Beacon Hill, and as you can see, we've got sunshine. Very nice short climb. This is the highest point of the day. Nice and early. It's only taken us half an hour to get up here. Managed to get my drone up in the cutting I've got here, because as you can see there is a bit of space away from the trees. So we've got a lovely view over towards Fiddler's Ferry Power Station, towards Manchester. You can just make out the Manchester skyline. Towards Rivington Pike. Oh, it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous morning, and I'm feeling a little warmer now, so time to keep going. But yeah, very good view. So we've now joined one of the main roads. We're not too far now from Delamere Forest. It's been really good going so far. We've climbed quite high up. We've got a good view over towards Liverpool John Lennon Airport, towards Manchester, the Peak District, North Wales, towards Chester and Wrexham. That direction has been great. And as you can see, what a view, what a morning. It's gorgeous. So we're just following now the road, which will take us not too far now to Delamere Forest, and then we'll follow that through the forest before coming out the other side. Not too far from Acton Bridge, which is where we're headed. So yeah, nice easy going, and a lovely day to start off, I'd say. So we're now in Delamere Forest, and to start it off on a bad note, we got to the junction to turn right towards the central belt, and big mudslide of dirt track has been built from an excavator. You couldn't, even with the ice over the top, it was like slush underneath. So we've took the path we saw very briefly before and just cut around it, but there's a diversion sign at the end of that path, just not at the start. So we would have known that prior if there was a sign beforehand. But we're now making a slow descent now down towards the central belt, which will take us in towards the main central area of the forest, but as it stands it's been really nice. Very easy walk so far, apart from that climb this morning getting out of Frodsham. It's been absolutely gorgeous, and as you can see, sunshine, leaves, autumn, cold, but I'm warm, so I'm not complaining. But more walk to do. We're a good 5 miles or so nearly in now. Doing really well for time. Only what, 2 and a bit hours in, so nice easy going. So we've made it to Whitefield car park. We're just on the outskirts now of Delamere Forest. So Delamere Forest itself, lovely. I fully enjoyed that. The only issue I've got is when we were getting towards the moss, the path was closed, so we had to take a diversion a bit out to come across, to come back in. We rejoined the moss just further up, but it did, I'd have to say, an extra half a mile, which isn't great. But as long as we're still on the path and we're fine, pathing wise though, it's been immensely brilliant. Compared to what I've previously done on the Burnley Way only, a couple of weeks back, so much better. And the wayfinding on today has been great. Markers everywhere, relatively. Obviously Delamere Forest is, you're not going to have many markers, it's more for the forest, but it's easy to navigate across that area. But so far it's been brilliant. Weather's been really kind to us so far. Wind stayed down for now, but we aim to get to Acton Bridge for lunch, and then from Acton Bridge then it's the last half of the section, then all the way to Stockton Heath. So now nearly at Norley, and then when we reach Norley we kind of go over the little villages then, and we'll reach then Acton Bridge hopefully in the next, I'd say, 2.5, possibly 3 hours. Hopefully we can get in there within that time, so it'll be good to keep moving and stuff like that. But overall, absolutely loving today. And as you can see, there's still some fur around on trees. It's not all autumnal around here, but not far now to Norley, and we'll be pushing on there shortly after a quick pit stop here. So we've made it to the outskirts of Norley. Unfortunately, Norley is straight down here. We're not doing that. We're turning just behind me. We're down that road. So, love a little drop that. Dragged a bit though, Delamere Forest, but it's nice to get some villages in now. So now we head over towards Ruloe, and then we'll be headed onto the fields then towards Acton Bridge. So, should start opening up soon, fingers crossed. So we're just entering the little area of Ruloe. We're not too far now from Acton Bridge. I'd say we're about just shy of 2 miles away. We've got a couple of fields now, and then we should be more or less coming straight on it. We'll go through Onston and then on to Acton Bridge. Very lovely area. We've proper opened up now, fields and everything. It's proper, no, not hilly all around us. We've got a bit of field view, so I'm quite looking forward now to the next section of the day, especially towards Ditton Locks and over Weaver, that direction, before we obviously get up to Hatton, further up the walk, before we then obviously reach our end day, which is Stockton Heath. So good day, good weather, really enjoying this. We have got a little surprise planned at Acton Bridge, so I will show you that when we get there soon. So on that note, I'll see you shortly. So we've made it to the Hazel Pear. We're currently at Acton Bridge. The railway station is just behind me here. Yeah, very good. so far 9 miles to go. I had a brief stop here just for the toilets at the pub here, and now we're going to head over towards Ditton Locks. This is where I'm really looking forward to the next part of the day now. It's going to be very enjoyable, and I know my mum would love this sort of scenery today. She's been here herself. It took me to the railway station plenty of time, so it'd be nice to go that sort of area again. So anyway, onwards we go, see what the rest of the day brings. So this is what I've been following all day. Mid-Cheshire Footpath Society. Can I just say a big shout out? They have been everywhere today. I have been, and I have not had a single gripe about it. The one most recently, if you can just make out, there's a little beam there just on the top of that hill. That was the first marker in the middle of a field I've had all day. But fair play to them, they've really been helpful with the amount of wayfinding they've put down on this route. So a big shout out. So I've got my geography mixed up, so it's not Ditton, it's Dutton. Because it's not far from Ditton, I keep saying Ditton, it's Dutton Locks where we're heading now. So we've just come off the main stretch of the railway now from Acton Bridge, and we're now making our way towards Dutton Locks. Then we'll climb back out, then back onto the moors, the hills, and then we'll be heading then towards the A583 then. Our first main road, proper main road in a very big amount of time now, so heading for that. But as you can see, what a view. Gravel track, not much bog, that's what we like, especially with where I was on the Burnley Way only weeks before this. I'm so glad to be doing this, let's put it that way. But yeah, not far now from Dutton Locks. So we've reached Dutton Locks, and what a beautiful area. So peaceful, just out the way, it's perfect. We are now at the lowest point of today, we're at 6 metres. Mad to think we're at 150 earlier this morning, and we're now at 6. We do climb now up from here, up to the main road, now I think at A563 now, and then we'll kind of head then towards Hatton, then it's our kind of next big village now really. But what a beautiful area, peaceful. Just nice that, and the path coming off from Acton Bridge hasn't been actually too bad. Been really enjoyable. It's just now getting across this lock and then up to Hatton really now, more than anything. Starting to fill in a bit now in legs, but still feeling good. Let's get moving. So that is Weaver Viaduct. That's the main viaduct before the junction, then it splits between Liverpool Lime Street and Warrington Bank Quay, and then so that's to my right, and then to the left that's down towards London, Crewe, Stafford, down towards Staffordshire and stuff like that. So lovely little area this. It's the first time I've actually gone this far north of Acton Bridge, and what a view, can I just say, especially over the river here. So you get to the path, and yet again we've got another one where it's not been well looked after and it's impassable. Bear in mind, I've got to go exactly down that specific route. Well, looks like I'm going to have to divert, meaning adding more time onto my day, so that's another diversion again. First one today, really. We've been relatively good up to this point, and that's let me down that, so looks like we're going to have to go the long way around. So behind me is where I should have come out. That was a long diversion. I've now finally got, as you can probably hear, to the M56, which means we're literally crossing this now and dropping straight, and I mean straight into Hatton. Sun's starting to set, as you can see now, so it's race against time really now to get towards Warrington at least, and then we can make decisions then when we're closer, but Warrington will be our final little entry point then really for Warrington and obviously Stockton Heath, so not far now. Long going today. That road has knackered me very, very long, that trying to divert, but needs must, you know. If your path's blocked, you've got to find a way around it. Sometimes it is going to be longer, sometimes it's going to be shorter, so oh well. Anyway, over the 56 and into Hatton. So we are on the outskirts of Hatton. We don't actually go into the main village, kind of just cut in a little bit and then go straight back out again. So we're now heading now for the last bit of field walking before we reach Walton Golf Course, which would signify the last section then towards Stockton Heath. If I get towards Walton Golf Course, I've got a very good option. Then I've obviously coming round up and over onto the roads, just to mean got street lights and stuff like that, because obviously daylight's coming down now, so feeling it, really feeling it. Like I said, we're really tiring now. About 21 miles we're up to now, got another 2.5 let's say left. Can't wait to finish, but I know what she went through and the pain I feel is nothing compared to what she went through, so instead of me whinging and crying about it, it's time for me to keep moving, so onwards we go. So we're currently on Walton Golf Course. We're about half an hour now from finishing. Really feeling it now. To be fair, coming from Hatton down has been great. I couldn't complain at that. All the way down, it was nice bridle wave that all the way down. So should be joining now a little path that'll take us to the main road, and then we've just got one final dart across, and that'll bring us then into the main village then of Stockton Heath. But as you can see, what an evening I've got. Perfect sunrise and a fitting sunset, I think. Sun has set now, unfortunately, so I am on borrowed time now with lost light, so I need to finish this in the next half an hour at least, if I want to at least be able to see where I'm going, unless I've got street lights. people. Anyway, nearly done now. Long day today, but a very enjoyable one. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I definitely will be doing this again. I'm gobsmacked how well signposted it actually is. Bar maybe one or two. The pathing's not been great on one or two sections, but apart from that, overall it's been a really good trail. Quite gobsmacked how decent this is compared to two others I've done this year, being the two counties down Somerset and Devon, and the Burnley Way up in Lancashire. So very surprised for a walk that is very much somewhat local to me. I've never done it before. It's mad. Anyways, let's get going. And as you can see, I'm at the main road, which now concludes the end of the Delamere Way. Wow. Whew. Last bit of light now going down. I'm on a wall. Finally having a rest. I've done 10 miles non-stop from Acton Bridge to get here. I wish I had that break, but I couldn't afford to with the sun coming down. It was all hands deck, especially with the diversion they had getting to Hatton, and that did add time, but I'm happy, I'm proud, and I'm glad I'm here. Rest in peace, Mum, and I'll see you in the next one.